Hello, I'm Rachel Jones for the Finance News Network. Joining me today from Heron Resources is Managing Director and CEO Wayne Taylor. Wayne, welcome back to FNN.
Thank you, Rachel.
Now, Heron Resources is developing a copper-zinc project just north of Canberra. What can you tell me about this project?
Yes, Rachel, we are. We're at a very exciting time in the project development. We started construction in September last year, so we're around 12 months in. And we've got a couple more months to go before we start commissioning. So we see ourselves on track for delivering our first product to market in the first quarter of 2019.
Thanks, Wayne. Now, before we talk about the project, can you tell me about zinc prices and the long-term demand?
Certainly. Look, zinc is in a very strong position. The fundamentals are very good at the moment. Supply doesn't meet demand, and we've seen the draw on global stocks for a number of years now, and we continue to see it today. So we think the basis is there to see a longer term strong zinc price going forward. Bit of weakness at the moment, but every commodity is facing that, but we believe the fundamentals will shine through at the end of the day.
Now let's talk in more detail about Woodlawn. What is the size of that resource?
Look, we've got a great resource at Woodlawn. It's divided between two different components that make up the project. We've got the underground, which runs at about 7.2 million tonnes, and the retreatment component, which runs just shy of 11 million tonnes. Both of these resources will feed into the mine plan, which has been outlined in our feasibility study that we released in 2016. So with that study, we outlined a reserve base, which gives us 9.2 years of life of mine, and we see plenty of upside on the exploration side to take it further than that.
And what can you tell me about the processing plant and the offtake partners?
Certainly, the processing plant is rated between 1 and 1.5 million tonnes per annum, depending on whether or not we're feeding hard rock underground or the retreatment tailings to the plant. From that, we will end up with a production rate of around 40,000 tonnes of zinc a year, 10,000 tonnes of copper and 12,000 tonnes of lead. Producing 3 concentrates, that is for the first 3 years, will be purchased by a company called IXM. It's the old Louis Dreyfus trading house. They'll provide us with very competitive commercial terms on the offtake.
And now to the financials and the share price. Can you provide a snapshot of the company?
Certainly. On the corporate side, we've got a market capitalisation of around $130 million at the moment. Cash at the end of June was $65 million, and we have a debt facility with Orion Mine Finance, $60 million US, which we've drawn 20 of so far. So that's broadly the financials of the company.
And can you provide a comment on the share price and the expectation over the next 12 months?
Certainly. Look, we're going through a period of construction, which is always a little bit difficult to maintain the interest of investors, and our share price has reflected that. But the transition to producer, we do reasonably expect to see increased interest on the back of the cash flows that we'll generate from production.
And last question now, Wayne. Why should investors consider adding Heron Resources to their portfolios?
Well, look, we believe the company provides the opportunity to get exposure to a commodity suite that is driven by very strong fundamentals. We've got a very high quality project in a great jurisdiction, great infrastructure, low sovereign risk, all the things that you would look for in a resources company. And that transition to producer status, I think, really changes the game for us.
Wayne Taylor, thanks for the update and congratulations on your progress.
Thank you, Rachel.